It's a beautiful day in March. It's about 50 degrees. I'm in zone 4 outside of St. Paul. Thought I would take a quick yard tour and see how we're doing. We finally have all the snow gone, or most of it, and it's going to only be like this for about a week, and then we got a bunch of snow coming. I have almost 8 weeks left before I'm going to be able to plant anything safely in the ground. So let's take a look at my gardens and see if anything's blooming yet. So it's nice to look around a little bit and just see the snow is gone. I've got lots of things to clean up, but just having the snow gone is nice. You can see the bones of the garden, which is really a good thing. So here we're looking at the back of my birdcage garden and looking into the pavilion area, which I consider a courtyard garden. You can see how it's nice to have infrastructure, something to look at, to catch your eye. So here's a look into the birdcage garden and going beyond it. I don't have a lot of perennials in here. I've got clematis that are coming on all these posts, but they're not up yet. It's way too soon. Probably be another 8 weeks before I see any green on those. Let's go take a look into the other garden. The other thing that I have, which is nice to see, is you can see where the deer were coming in the yard because they left little piles everywhere. I can see when they come in off this field here and they come through the garden, so I know where to treat to keep the deer out. Got some of my fencing stayed up really nice over the winter. Some of it needs to be replaced. I'm just kind of looking around. I've got, this whole area is full of white flowering bulbs, so it'll be fun to see them come up. Here's my poppies. They look like they're coming along pretty good. This one's called Royal Wedding. I got 3 of them. My biggest thing is that I wanted to collect some seeds, and I didn't get a lot of seeds from them. I've got them protected because the rabbits ate the buds off them, which was just bizarre to me. And I have just tons and tons of nice. This is a wood anemone, I think, but I'll have to look it up because I really don't remember what I planted there. Here is another. This is a nice iris. This one's white with a little hint of purple. I've got all kinds of cone flowers. And the backdrop, I need to come do a little bit of pruning. But for the most part, these ones did really well. These are my moon glow junipers, and these really did well. Let's see if I can get the right color on them. So now you can see them here. They're nice and bright white, kind of a bluish green. So if you're looking for a nice tree that is deer resistant, that's much like an emerald arborvitae, but the deer won't get it. Deer and bunnies won't get it, and it actually resists that bronzing, which I tend to have a problem with in my yard. This is a moon glow juniper. One of the projects I need to do here, I started cleaning this courtyard area up. These are my grapes. So I need to dig the rest of this stuff out of here, and I'm going to put a fresh layer of mulch in. You can see I've got old grass and stuff. I just didn't get to it. There's just things I need to clean up. Another thing I'm going to do, this is my privet line, which I did a separate video on how to grow privet, which is my fastest growing hedge I've got. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this way down. I think I'm going to cut it almost in half, if not more, to try to force it to back bud. I'm not going to do it today because I just don't have enough time. If I take a look at these buds, you can see that they're starting to form right now. So I'll probably cut this thing down. It is 9 feet, and I might cut it even further down. I may cut it almost 3 feet from the ground. Which, so if we look at this here, so I might come in here, if I can get my finger in here, I might cut these out down this far, and I'll lose that height, but they grow 5 feet in a year. And what I'm trying to do is get this lower section to fill out a little bit more. I do have some cuttings that I took to propagate, and I could possibly get some new starts in between here. It is just, this is just way too far apart. I want them to be really filled in. So that's one of my projects for the year. The one thing that I showed in my other video is I have a little bit of deer damage on this where they came and nipped it, and I'll just continue to spray it with deer out to make sure I protect them. And I think next winter we're probably going to wrap them in metal fence. The hardest thing is in the dead of winter coming out when it's 20 below zero to worry about treating them, but you can definitely see going around, they started nipping them a little bit. And then of course they left a trail of their scandalous ways, droppings and then more droppings, so I can see exactly where they're walking. That will help me to treat for them. And even when I come down to this section, you can see that that lower level has been nipped a little bit. It's not too bad, but it will be if I don't do something about it. And then on this here is my vegetable garden. And I've got all kinds of goodies in here. We completely refurbished the inside of the vegetable garden last year. We redid all the mulch in there. And I put some new bedding. I put new compost in the raised beds. The plants in there right now are just a temporary hold for the winter. And everything's looking pretty good. I'm going to have tulips and stuff. I don't think I have any of them coming up just yet. If I take a look here, I didn't want to go in very bad, but those are my strawberries. You can see them barely coming. Everything else looks very well tucked away still, because I've got a good month before I'm going to dig anything out of there. If I come to the end here, this is where I've got a little thing of asparagus, and that's my rhubarb. So it doesn't look like much right now. You can actually see just a little bit of the red coming through there. It's a ruby rhubarb that that's just starting to peak, and that's amazing because it's only March. So we're a little bit early this year, which is just a little weird for me. I don't know if you can hear this or not, but the ground is it's really wet. The ground's really, really wet. It's like a sponge, so that frost isn't completely out yet. So this is my orchard. I've got apple trees, pear trees, cherry tree, plum trees, and peach trees. I had 2 peach trees. I had one that died. I actually just purchased a new one to plant. So when I get some time, I'll get out and do that. And then I got to finish mulching around the bottom of it to get it filled in, and I consider this project complete. This little area is actually my kitchen garden, and my husband has taken the old boards off the deck. Our deck's like 20 years old, so we need to get those deck boards replaced. So he's working on that, so that's why they're sitting there. But I need to fill up and get a little bit more compost in here to get it filled to the top. And this is where I plant a lot of my lettuce and stuff that I use for day-to-day cooking. I like to have it close by the house. So this is my deck project, or my husband's deck project. So he's got to get in here and check and see how things are looking. I've got a cat sitting there. You can see her. She's yowling at me, wanting me to come back in the house. She's kind of spoiled. Wanted to get out here and take a look at this. We did not take the deer fence down yet. I want to hold it up till probably another month, where there's more stuff for the deer to eat, so I have less problems with them. And you can see that we got a little bit of bronzing, which is perfectly normal, especially on the tailored junipers. I did see some other stuff coming up, so let's go take a look at that. So this is what I refer to as my French garden, and I've actually put a nice parterre in here. I have a fountain that goes in the middle, but I haven't, or bird bath that goes in the middle, but I didn't put it back up yet. And then I'm going to probably put a little patio seating area out here. And then where the dead grass is, I've got some plans to finish that off this year. So I'm going to bring compost in, probably several inches of compost in all the way around on the inside of this. I'm taking the 2 U's out. I'll put those in a different location. I'm going to put an arbor in coming in. We're going to put a nice arbor coming into the French garden, and I'll probably put clematis growing over top of that. And then on the inside of here, I'm going to put blush hydrangeas in. And I've also decided to add some coral colored peonies. I'll put some ideas of what I'm thinking about in there, because that's just going to be really great, all those pinky colors, which my husband wants. And then I have tulips in containers that are pink in that same type of palette. And when they're done for the year, I will pull them out, dry them, and plant them in October out in this area. So that will give me 3 seasons of color. I'll have the pink and peach blend of tulips next spring. And then they'll go from there to the peonies in June, and it'll finish off with the hydrangeas the rest of the season. So I think that will look pretty spectacular. So I'm excited to see what this ends up looking like. I'm not expecting to see a whole lot of life in here. Like I said, the snow just got off it. So here I have some blue fescue on the front edge of this. So that looks like that came up okay. Tons and tons of lavender in here because it is a French parterre after all. I put a tremendous amount of tulips in this area, so I'm waiting for those to come up and to see what they look like. I try to make sure all of 4 of the parterres were matching. Then I think I've got some alliums, some purple alliums in here, and some crocus, I think, too. I can't remember. I'd have to look at can't really remember, but I'm pretty sure some of this is like crocus coming up in here. There, you can see that there's something coming. I think it's crocus coming along that edge. I just don't remember. It's either crocus or alliums. I just don't remember. And then I have more clematis that I put in these here too, but this just really looks spectacular as I come down my driveway garden and look into this area. It's just going to look really cool. Then I'm going to change this border where it's got all the pine trees. I think I'm going to take those out, and I'm going to put another full border in. I'm just going to do it differently. I think I might do some pleach trees, and then I think I might do mock orange hedge going along it on the inside. I think that would look really cool. And then maybe on the maybe the really, really inside, I'll put some of the yew, and then, so I think it will look like trimmed yew hedge on the very inside, so it's short. And then behind that, or in the middle section, it would be mock orange. And then I think I'm going to do a line of pleach trees. But I keep changing my mind on how I'm going to deal with it. I was thinking about continuing my pinery, which is what I have here, is just a different selection of pine trees for different color contrasts of green, which I really like that idea. And then maybe at the very end there, just continuing that, we'll dig the pine trees up and put them somewhere else. I just haven't decided just yet what I want to do. I like having I have 2 acres and I have different garden rooms, but I have to sometimes blend many different themes into one area. So we'll see how that works. Even with the water wash the corner away, I'll probably radius it in. You can see how it's kind of washed going down into that area. That was good to see. And then I've got all kinds of other things coming through. Oh, there's some deer droppings there letting me know that they went around my fence anyway. That's a good thing. Yeah, I'll take all of this out of here. So this whole area will look just amazing as I continue to work on it. The thing we got to do is take this willow tree down this year. It is in bad shape. So kind of stinks because I really like it. But we do have these beautiful oak trees that the squirrels planted. So this whole inside is going to be really quite beautiful as you come around. The arborvitaes will grow nice and tall and create a living hedge. And then I will have the inside border, which will be gorgeous. And then the parterre with the fountain in the middle will be really good. And then the backdrop will have pleach trees. and hopefully a hedge of mock orange, which is supposed to be deer resistant. So I need that out here, obviously. Got a lot of building materials here for my husband, but I want to give you an idea of what this looks like. So I'm working on this path going out, and there's some stuff there I need to get cleaned up. But as you come down and you look through this, you can see you're walking down this path, and then you can see that beautiful parterre area, and it's just really kind of neat. This is a goat's beard on this side, and this is a strawberry sundae, I think is what it is, or vanilla strawberry hydrangea. It's pretty large. It's been here for over a decade, so they're pretty big, and they frame this little path really nice. I'm thinking in the future I may actually let these arborvitaes grow up so far, and I may actually cut a little window into them to kind of give a little sneak peek of what is through the arborvitae. I've got a few years before that happens, but that was one of the ideas I was thinking of. Let me know in the comments, does that sound like a good idea? Or should I just leave it as a complete blind hedge? So I have a lot of projects to do this year, so fun to see what I actually get done. I'm ambitious right now, as I always am this early in the spring after being in the house all winter. But let me know what projects you have planned for your yard this year. Planning is easy. Doing is a whole nother thing. If you enjoyed the video, give us a thumbs up so YouTube knows to share this content with others. Also consider subscribing so you don't miss any of our other great videos. If you like yard tours, check this playlist next. Thanks for stopping by. Have a great day.